People in the Tri-State have been in recovery mode ever since.
Our Isaac Calvert went down to one of the hardest hit areas in Dawson Springs to tell us how community members are still trying to rebuild their lives piece by piece.
December 10th is a date that will forever be etched into the minds of those living here in Dawson Springs. Countless homes were destroyed, hundreds of families were displaced, and over a dozen lives were lost. But the road to recovery continues 3 years later.
Just the loudest thing I've ever heard. Thought I was going to die.
While 3 years have passed, the memories of one of the most traumatic natural disasters in the Commonwealth's history remains.
It looked like a nuclear bomb hit it the next morning. It was chaos the night that it happened, but when the sun came up, it was devastating.
John Adams is one of many Dawson Springs residents who has continued to rebuild his life after the EF4 tornado destroyed his home. He's been living in a camper since the tornado struck, but thanks to the help of a local disaster relief group, he and many others in the community now have a place to call home.
I can't believe how much work has been done, because I've stayed in a camper here on my old lot, and I watched all the houses go up, and it was just amazing to see the work. The town is really blessed.
The Fuller Center for Disaster Relief is the one spearheading many of the projects in this area. The organization has built roughly 130 homes within the city limits. Officials say once they built one home, the demand for them kept growing and growing.
We've been able to continue that work just by picking up momentum and continuing that momentum, and here we are 3 years later, still building houses. Hopefully we'll have 12 new ones by the end of winter and a nice handful of repairs as well.
Katie Moyer is the operations director for the Fuller Center. She says the resilience of this community over the last 3 years is nothing short of inspirational.
They're not only getting back on their feet, they're getting back on their feet and they're rising sort of from the ashes, so to speak, and they're growing and evolving into people who want to help others.
While there's still a lot of work to be done here in Dawson Springs, it has not shaken the love the people of this community have for their town and for one another, nor has it put a halt to any sort of recovery efforts. Reporting here in Dawson Springs, I'm Isaac Calvert, 14 News.